These are alcohol ink alloys from Ranger. There are 6 different metal colors. There is sterling, foundry, gilded, statue, mind, and rose. You can see that each one has a little bit of a different color variation. They're intended to be used with other alcohol ink colors. They're not intended to be used just on their own. And the way they work is when you're using alcohol inks, they float to the surface and they're kind of like a leafing metal. So they're a little bit more chunkier and more noticeable than the alcohol ink mixatives. Let's take a look at how the mixatives and the alloys work a little bit differently. I have a couple alcohol ink colors here. I'm using alcohol ink blender solution to blend it, as well as an alcohol ink blower tool. I put the blender solution on my synthetic paper, which is a plastic paper. I have the mixative at the top of the synthetic paper and the alloy at the bottom. So you'll be able to see exactly how they are different from the mixatives and how they react differently. I like to put a couple of the colors down, then the metal, and then put a little bit more either blending solution or some alcohol ink colors. And then as I'm working, you'll see that I add a little bit more of either the metallics or the regular alcohol inks or the blending solution, just depending on what I'm feeling it needed. As I'm working, the alcohol ink will start to evaporate and dissipate, and it'll get thicker and it will stop moving quite as flowy. It'll move a little bit less. And then when I go and add different colors, you'll see a little bit more difference in the variation of the colors. You can see that the mixatives blend and mix right with the alcohol inks, whereas the alloys just float to the surface and they have more chunky, leafy look to them. So it's great to be able to pick and choose which one we want and which color we want based on the look we're going for.